Hi, everyone. I wanted to take a little bit of time to go over the syllabus with you so that you understand what the expectations for this semester are. So this is child development as a major. This is a 1 unit completely online class. So that means we do not have official class meetings. Everything that you need for the class is available for you on Canvas. So if you have questions, you're going to need to make sure that you reach out because I'm not going to see you in class, so we're not going to have that convenience of connecting with each other in a live space. So please do know that we can connect through this virtual space. There's no reason for you to be twisting around in the wind out there and not knowing what's going on and needing help but not asking. That's what I'm here for. So even though we don't see each other, I am your instructor and I really do want you to reach out and so we can make those connections. So I have an office in the Social and Behavioral Sciences building on the 5th floor. You can find me there specifically on Tuesdays from 1 to 3, but I'm there lots of other times. So you can schedule an appointment with me to come by. I'm also happy to meet with you through Zoom. And during those office hours, if you let me know, they can also be through Zoom rather than virtually. So please don't hesitate to come by or reach out for an appointment. You can call me. I'm not always sitting in my office, but if you call and leave a message, that will come to my email and then I can listen to it and call you back. Or you can just email me. I'm pretty prompt about answering messages. So if you don't hear back from me in a day or two, please try again. Maybe it got lost somewhere in the shuffle, but generally you should hear back pretty quickly. And I'll talk a little bit more about communication in a minute. If you've already watched the Meet Dr. Wilcox video, a little bit, more about me. So, again, I've been with the Child Development Department for a long time, before we were actually our own department. So I've been at CSUSB for over 25 years. It is a wonderful place to work. And I 100% love what I do, and I love getting to work with you in particular. College students are awesome and cool. Before I became a college professor, I was a teacher. So I have taught infants and toddlers and preschoolers and elementary school age children, and then decided that I really did love college best, and that's how I landed here. I have 2 adult children. One is a professor herself in child development at a different institution, and my son is a graduate student studying fashion. So he is very fashionable, much more fashionable than I am by far. I have a dog named Luna. In the Meet Dr. Wilcox video, she was barking a little bit, but now she's being nice and quiet. So hopefully it will stay that way throughout this video. I love to travel. I love to be outside. I like paddleboarding and hiking. I love Disneyland, have a pass. So, all the good things, lots of fun stuff to do. And I hope that you always take time to not only do school things, but also to do things you enjoy outside of academics. So, best ways to contact me, as I was saying, you can send me an email, you can leave me a voicemail message, you can meet with me either through Zoom or in person. You can also send me messages through Canvas. They'll pop up in the Canvas inbox and I will take a look at those also. It is very helpful when you're messaging me that you put CD 2200 in the subject line. Because I am the chair of our department, in addition to being a faculty member, I get a lot of messages from a lot of people about a lot of things, and I want to make sure that I don't miss yours. So please do let me know that it's this class so that when I'm looking through my long laundry list of emails, I make sure to pay particular attention to yours. So Monday through Friday from about 7 a.m. until 9 p.m., I'm pretty prompt about answering. After that, I'm tired and I go to bed. On the weekends, I do look, but obviously not as frequently because I do try and have a little weekend time of my own. So one important thing to remember here is that your assignments are generally due on Sundays. Actually, I think they're all due on Sundays. So you are welcome to work on them late at night, on the weekends. They're not due till 11:59 p.m. But just keep in mind that I'm generally working 7 in the morning until maybe 8 or 9 at night on a weekday. And so if you're working very late at night or on the weekends, I may or may not answer you right away. So if you are planning ahead, which would be a good idea, I would encourage you to take a look at assignments, make sure that you understand what you need to be doing so that you can ask any questions before that final hour at 11:30 at night when you're working and then run into a snafu or aren't sure what you need to be doing. Um, I also want to say though, like you should work at late at night if that's when you like to work, and you should work on the weekends if that's when you have time. Just plan accordingly so that you can make sure that if you need access to me, you have access, even though that, you might be working at a different time. So just a little planning ahead would be a good idea. So there aren't any textbooks for this course. There are occasional readings um, on Canvas in each module, so you can take a look at those when and if they are there. I do also want to share, though, that if you have other classes, the university is using a new pilot program. So in your tuition is a textbook fee that will cover all the textbooks you need for all of your classes if a textbook is required. So if you don't want to participate in this program, you need to opt out. You are automatically opted in, and you need to opt out by September 23rd at the latest. Otherwise, you're going to get charged that fee. The fee is great if you have textbooks that are going to cost as much as that fee or more, because you won't have to pay more. You'll never pay more than that amount. But if you don't have any textbooks required or your textbooks don't amount to that much, then you might want to opt out. So just make sure that you pay attention to this. Not applicable to this class, but definitely is something you need to be paying attention to in your student center and for the rest of your classes. So there are lectures in this course. So every week there is a lecture that you need to listen to. I'll talk more about that in a minute, but it does require a little bit of technology. So in addition to needing to be able to access Canvas, which you should be checking a few times every week to make sure that you're on track with what needs to be done for this class, you also need to be able to access YouTube. You need to access VoiceThread. One of our instructors that does one of the lectures uses VoiceThread. If you make an account, you'll be fine, but I've set the link so that anybody with it should be able to view. Also, lectures are set up in two ways. So most of them are PowerPoint slides with audio. I also make YouTube videos out of those PowerPoint slides. So you can watch the YouTube video, which will have the audio captioned and, like a regular video. But you cannot click on any of the links when you're watching the video. So if it is a PowerPoint and it has links included, you're also going to need to access those PowerPoints, and you could listen to the audio there if you prefer. If you're doing that, you need to make sure that you have PowerPoint on your computer. All students on campus have access to PowerPoint for free. So if you see right here on the syllabus where it says accessing the Office 365 portal, you're going to want to do that. It's got all kinds of cool stuff in there anyway that you have access to, all free software for students. So that will be the way that you can access the audio through those PowerPoints, or you can access the audio through the YouTube videos. But those are some technology needs that you have. So this class is really just to introduce you to CSUSB, the Child Development Department, let you know who the faculty are, what resources we have, how things work here, how to navigate picking your courses, all of those kinds of things. So it's really just all the nuts and bolts stuff that you need to be able to be successful and finish your degree in our department. But it also spends a lot of time walking through different careers in the field of child development. So I know a lot of people think that if you're in child development, you're probably going to be a teacher. Many of you may be interested in pursuing that. I clearly have nothing against teaching as a profession. I've been a teacher for my entire adult professional life, but we also think it's important for you to know all the other cool things that you can do with children and families. So what you're getting in this class is not an exhaustive list. We don't have enough weeks to cover every single career out there, but we tried to hit on the ones that are most popular, that students seem to gravitate towards the most. So that's going to be a big part of the class is learning about all those cool careers and all the things that you can do in the field. So so in this class, I don't do all the lectures. I do some of the lectures. I am your instructor, but there are also lectures done by other people, and it's for two reasons. One, I told you that the class is about getting to know the department and how it works. So you're going to have lectures by different faculty members in the department so that you can get to know some of us. You'll get to know some people in this class, and then you'll get to have other classes with them. And then there are also other faculty that you'll see that weren't represented in this particular class. Also, sometimes I have people outside of our department do the lectures. So a social work faculty member does the lecture for social work. A child life specialist does the lecture for child life as a profession so that you can hear from the people who are really in the know, who know about particular careers. So that is why I don't do all the lectures and why sometimes there's differences in formats because different faculty and lecturers like to use different formats for recording themselves and giving information to you. So specifically in this course, you're going to meet various faculty or folks affiliated with different degrees and affiliated with different bits of information about the department. You're going to learn about the degrees and programs offered in our department, and you're going to also learn about tools that will be helpful to you in your degree success and completion. You're going to learn about ways to stay in touch with us and how you find out information and know what's going on. You're going to learn how to obtain academic and career advising and why that's important to do so. So I'm going to give a little plug here. So there are 2 assignments in this class that you need to be planning ahead for. You should always kind of be planning ahead for assignments in general. Please don't wait for Canvas to tell you when something is due because it only gives you a few days notice or, maybe a week. It's always a good idea in any class to look at your syllabus, look ahead, see what's coming, because generally assignments that are due later are expected to take more time. They're not something that you want to wait until the week before they're due to start. So there are 2 assignments in this class in particular that I would not wait on. Get a jump and get going on them. One is you are required to have an academic advising appointment. So you have an academic advisor listed on your My Coyote. There is also a lecture in this class that tells you how to make an appointment with academic advising. But I would really recommend that you don't wait because if you wait, everybody's going to be trying to get academic advising. There are over 200 of you in this class. And so not all 200 of you can have advising the day before the assignment is due. So plan ahead, do it early, go get your academic advising done. It's easy. It takes like 10, 15 minutes. You get an email from your academic advisor, you upload it to Canvas, done. Don't have to worry about that one anymore. Another one that is a little time consuming to do is I also ask you to meet with a faculty member in our department and talk about life. Talk about how you're doing here at Cal State San Bernardino. Talk about careers you might be interested in. Talk about professional goals that you have. Talk about graduate school if you're interested in that. So again, we only have a limited number of faculty in our department. There are only so many of them, and they cannot meet with all 200 of you the week before the assignment is due. And every semester that I teach this class, people wait until the last minute, and they are bombarding the faculty. So don't bombard them. There's not time or space to bombard them. They don't have that many available hours every week. So plan ahead. Soon, in Canvas will be a list of office hours for every faculty member in our department. I don't have that list up yet because I'm still waiting to get office hour information from some of the faculty, but by next weekend, so 1 week into our class, I will have that list up and available, and you just need to pick somebody and go to their office hours. Their office hours are at all different times, so it is highly likely that everyone will find a time that is convenient for them to go to these office hours. Some are virtual, some are in person, so you have variety there. But please don't wait till the last minute because I do not accept late work for these 2 assignments. I do not accept late advising or late meet and greet with your faculty assignments because you have a long time to get this done. You generally have a couple months before these assignments are due, so there's plenty of time to get that checked off and get that one taken care of. So please make sure you do that early. So, you're also going to be learning about opportunities in our department, how to get involved in the club, how to get involved with faculty research and projects. These are the kinds of things that make school better and more fun and help you to be more prepared for whatever you're planning to do after graduation and help you get to meet faculty so that when you need a letter of recommendation, it's easier for them to write one for you. We're going to talk a lot about careers. So as I said, that is the big chunk of the class. So from week 6 to 15, we're going to be going over different careers. So hopefully you will find something that kind of sparks your interest as you're moving through this class. We're going to talk about how to apply to graduate school. You're going to have opportunities to do discussion post assignments to get to know each other a little better. I know it's hard in a virtual space to get to know one another, but that's a good opportunity. There's a discussion post to share your ideas with me about how the class went, what we could be doing different, better, and developing ideas for how we can navigate things in future courses. So I talked a little bit about this already, but course requirements. So one is those weekly lectures. Please make sure that you are not just reading the PowerPoints, but that you are listening to whatever audio is provided, whether you are doing that audio on the PowerPoint slides, so you're clicking the little microphone icon and listening to them there, or you're listening to it through the YouTube videos, whatever makes you happy, but just make sure you listen to the audio. If you're not listening to the audio, you're going to have a hard time with the weekly quizzes. So the quizzes aren't hard. You have more than one chance to do them. Generally, everybody does really well, but it does require you to listen, not just read the slides. So I also do take attendance. So for those of you who don't know, I can track how much time you spend on Canvas. So you can't track that for yourself, but I can track, but you can keep track for yourself of how much time you're spending. So you need to have at least 1 hour per week. So you need to be on Canvas engaging with the materials for at least an hour every week. If you do that, you'll get 32 points of attendance. It's just to make sure that you're actually participating with those lectures and getting the information that's needed. So please do spend that time. You're welcome to check in with me and I can tell you how many hours you have as you're moving through if you're worried about that. But generally, it's not a problem for folks and they get more than the number of hours they need. There will be weekly quizzes. They are just little 10-point quizzes. They're not timed. You have 2 attempts. So it's really not about quizzing you to put you through the paces. It's quizzing you to make sure that you're getting the material in the course. So take your time. They're not timed, so you don't need to hurry. If you miss something, go back to the lecture, look at it again, redo it. Chances are you're going to hit 10 out of 10 on each of the quizzes because you don't have to hurry and you get to do it a second time. So that's a good thing. If you have questions about the quiz or questions about questions on the quiz, there is a quiz Q&A discussion board, and you're always welcome to post things there, and then everyone will see them and everyone gets to learn. So there are 4 discussion posts that you'll be doing. There's a lot of little assignments, but I assure you none of them take very long. You just have to kind of think ahead and make sure that you're planning. They're all short. They don't really take much of your time. The first discussion post is to tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you like to do for fun? How did you come to be here? The second one is kind of what have you learned to be successful in college and what's a good thing to avoid? Because there's always things to avoid as well. Discussion post 3 is about careers. What did you like learning about? What would you like to learn more about? What are you planning to do yourself? Discussion post 4, this is the one where you get to give feedback to me. What did you like? What could we do better in this class? We really want to make it as good of an experience as it possibly can be. So the advising appointment and the faculty meet and greet, those were the ones that I was talking about earlier that you don't want to wait on and you really want to plan ahead. So you have an academic advisor, go see that academic advisor or do drop-in advising. Doesn't matter with me. Just make sure the person you meet with gives you an email, not an email that says that you were going to meet, but an email that says that you actually met. Academic advisors are great for helping you to plan your schedule every semester. Make sure that you understand how to read your pause report so that you don't fall short at the end when you thought you were graduating. So make sure you get that one done early. The other one you want to get done early is that faculty meet and greet. So you're only going to be going to see someone during their office hours. You should not be reaching out to them and trying to schedule an appointment with them the day before the assignment is due. Look at the office hours list that I will post within a week on Canvas. Go find one of those people in their office hours and have a chat with them. Um, Again, you just need an email. Ask that professor if they could just please, and it could be as simple as I met with so-and-so on this day. That's all it has to be. It doesn't have to be something fancy where they talk about what you were meeting about so that it's easy for both you and for the instructor. You're going to be doing two very short papers. They are 1 to 2 pages. One is detailing 5 resources that you found on the child development website that you think will be helpful. There will be a lecture on this where I will point you to all the things. So you just have to pick 5 that you thought were interesting and helpful on our CD website. You're also going to be doing a career interest paper where you talk about things that are interesting and important to you, and things that you would like to pursue in terms of a career. I will have a video explanation for both the resources summary paper and the career interest paper available for you on Canvas to help you with a little bit more information. I believe that I also have ones for the advising appointment and the faculty meet and greet, just to make sure everyone's clear on what they need to be doing. So in this class, you can earn up to 10 extra credit points. So there are 4 things you can do. Well, there's actually 5 things you can do because you are allowed to do extra credit through SONA. So if you Google CSUSB SONA, you will find research opportunities that you can participate in through the psychology department. You can also do summary papers that are related to our course content and turn those summaries in. You can attend events on campus, or you can go to CD club meetings. So the general rule of thumb is for every hour you are participating in something, you get 2 points. You can post a job or opportunity to do something in the field of child development on the CD volunteer job discussion board on Canvas. And you can also create a co-curricular transcript. So please don't submit any of these things until you're all done. So once you're all done and you've earned all the points you want to earn for extra credit, upload them all at once so that there's not multiple files coming in, because then there's multiple things for me to click on and I might miss something. So turn it all in at the same time by the end of the semester to make sure you get your extra credit. So just some course policies and reminders. Always remember to be professional and kind. We all have differences of opinion and different ways of doing things. So, do your due diligence, be prepared, be professional, be kind, don't cheat. If you're having a hard time, come see me. Life happens, and I really do get it. And I do know that life happens. But if you don't tell me, I don't know. And particularly in an online class with so many of you, again, there's over 200 of you in this class. So you've really got to let me know. And then I promise you that I am there to help you as much as I can. But you've got to kind of make the first step and reach out to me. And then we can definitely work something out to help you to be successful in the class and in the department and your major overall. If you need accommodations, please reach out to the Services to Students with Disabilities offices. There's offices on both the San Bernardino and Palm Desert campuses. They can often get you hooked up with accommodations that will help you to be more successful in class. There is a university bulletin that kind of walks you through all the policies at Cal State San Bernardino, including if you need to withdraw from a class because something has happened, cheating, plagiarism, all of those kinds of things. And also just to note that CSUSB is very committed to diversity and equity, and I am as well as an instructor. So if you ever feel like there is something going on in this class or in our department or on campus that does not feel inclusive, that's not respectful of diversity or equitable experiences, please do let me know. Again, I can't fix something if I don't know that it's happened or that it's a problem, and I promise there would never be any retaliation. My goal is just to help this be a great place for you to be and a safe learning environment. So here's the requirements for the class and the points that go along with them. This is a different kind of class. So in grading in this class, there is not an A, B, C, D, or F grade. This is a pass, no pass course. So you are going to earn either credit or no credit. As long as you earn 278 points or more out of the 382 points possible in this class, you will receive credit. So sometimes people come to me and say, "Oh, I'm so close to an A. How do I get one?" There isn't an A in this class. It's just credit or no credit. So all you're trying to do is hit at least 278 points which you can keep track of both on Canvas and if you wanted to use this little guide on the syllabus as well. So here's our course schedule. So we are broken into different modules, and you'll see these same modules reflected on Canvas. Everything you need for each module is under the module on Canvas. So the first module has the lectures of CD degrees and programs, CD department information tools, and departmental advising. You will find the recorded lectures for those. You will find the quizzes for those. And if there's any assignments due or extra readings, those will be in the modules as well. So you can see in this first module, we only have quiz 1, quiz 2, and the discussion post. And dates for those are on the Canvas modules. Module 2, we're covering 2 topics: faculty research and projects, departmental opportunities. Again, you have 2 quizzes and a discussion post with recorded lectures. The next module is kind of the long one because it's the one that covers all the careers. So you can see we're going from week 6 to week 15. A lot of quizzes, a lot of lectures. That's when basically all the assignments are due, is kind of in that space. And then finally, week 16, since we don't have a traditional final in this class, we just have one more lecture. So in the finals week, you will have one more lecture to listen to, a quiz, a discussion point, and make sure to turn in your extra credit. So everything is laid out. I am just going to show you real quick the Canvas just to make sure that you know where everything is and you can find everything. So just give me a minute and I will share that for you. So here is our Canvas page. You can see there's the home page. There'd be any announcements. Those will come to your email. This is where you can find the syllabus. You can also find the syllabus on the modules. So there's the syllabus. And this is the explanation video that I'm doing right now. There's all the modules. You can see it tells you what the objectives are for each module, the lectures that you have access to. This would be the video version. This would be the PowerPoint version, video, PowerPoint, video, PowerPoint. Any learning resources, which would be those extra readings or something that you should be taking a look at. And then any assignments that are due in each module. So same thing with module 2, objectives, lectures, resources, assignments. And it goes down to module 3, which again is the long one. And then it also goes to module 4. So your syllabus is laid out just like the modules here on Canvas. So hopefully it is easy for you to locate and find everything that you need for the class. Again, if anything is confusing, if anything doesn't make sense, if you're not sure how anything works, please make sure to reach out and let me know. I really am available, even if we're in this virtual space together and don't get to see each other all the time. So have a great semester, and again, reach out, and I hope that you learn a lot.